Episode 7, y'all. Yeah. What's really good, everybody? It's once again your man Mike Signs right here. I'm here with Q. I'm here with Sean. We got Jimmy in the house, and we definitely got my man Dev in the house as usual. So we're gonna start off this podcast a little unorthodox. We're gonna start it off with no music, and the biggest reason for that is because fact is right now we're not in a celebratory mood. We're not in the most joyous of moods. I know that normally, we all like to have fun. We're all here for the fun without question, but this is the Keep It a Full Buck podcast. Keep It a Full Buck podcast, episode 7, right? And we have to just always keep it a full buck. That's just who we are. So, the reason why we're starting the way that we're starting is because there have been some horrible acts within the last 72 hours, roughly, going down in this beautiful nation of ours. And I don't even know where to begin. But before we go into that, my fault, you know what I'm saying? Q, what's up, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm all right. I mean, I think it'd be nice if we just sat here, took a little moment of silence for everybody, that went through those horrific events over the weekend. Show a little bit of love and show our togetherness as a country.
Without question. Moment of silence. That was love. That was love, definitely. Sean, how you feeling, man?
Good, man. I'm always good,
Yeah. Happy to have you back, bro. It sucks that we got to start out like this, bro. But we got to keep it a full buck.
Some things need to be said. Some things need to be touched on. That's all.
Yeah, man. Jimmy, you over there straight, man?
I'm good. I'll start it out for you just on one little topic of that, where there have been more mass shootings than days in the year. And you can start with that if you want.
That's crazy. I mean, I don't know. Me personally, like, we can definitely start there. We can start, talking about statistics and everything else. There's just like two to three big things that I definitely want to talk about. I don't know if anybody knows. Well, the people in this room know this. I am the son of 2 immigrants, firstborn generation here. So are a whole bunch of my cousins, little cousins, older cousins. We're firstborn generation here. My mother crossed the border at least 13 times to get my family here, back and forth. For those people out there in El Paso, Texas, to have gone through what they went through in a public setting, right? And for it to hate somebody like my mother, like my aunts, like some of my cousins, it beyond infuriates me, man. Because say what you want, believe what you want, be whatever party you want, be whatever color you want. I don't give a damn. At the end of the day, when you paint with a broad brush the way that the president did, I can't even give him that fucking title. Fuck him, bro. I can't even give him that title. When you speak with the vigor that DT has, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, this is what comes about. Right? When you sit there and you look at people that simply want a better opportunity, right? This country at the end of the day was found on a better opportunity. That was the whole point, right? Donald Trump's great grandparents came over for a better fucking opportunity, right? So what? Just because we've been out there in the sun a little bit too longer, just because this was our native land to fucking begin with, we ain't invited no more?
Could you imagine just imagine this. There's some people down there right now terrified to go to authorities to find out help about their families or to receive any kind of medical help because they're afraid that their immigration status might get them in a detention center.
Bro, it's happening.
Could you imagine that? Like, you just went through a mass shooting, but you're scared to go to the people that are supposed to help and protect you because you're scared they're going to throw you in a cage, make you wait X amount of years just to kick you out. Bro,
this for me, El Paso, Texas, I don't have anybody that lives there. You know what I'm saying? So I've never visited. I can't sit here and act like I know the place. But you know what I do know? The people. Because those same people are my family members. Those same people are friends, right? Those same people again, completely different humans. But at the end of the day, our stories are very, very similar. And it's like I said, to paint with such a broad brush. And then, yo, to the shooter, I got so many places to go, yo. I got so many places to go. To the shooter, first and foremost, fam, you a bitch-made, bitch-ass motherfucker. And yes, I was 100% told that I had to clean up my language, and I promise you I will continue to get more professional. But at the end of the day, I got to call a spade a spade. I got to keep it a full buck. That's why this podcast is called that.
Yes, sir.
But yet they had the nerve in the media to paint him as, you know, well, he's from a broken household. Most of the mass shooters are from broken households.
Talk that. Go ahead. Go. I'm going to let y'all go.
You got to be absolutely kidding me.
And that's what pisses me off about the whole thing more than anything else. When like people try and spin this like, oh, like this was just a guy that had mental health issues. Oh, this comes about because everybody's out here playing these violent video games. Evil is evil. Hatred is hatred at the end of the day. Point blank, period. Like you said, you can try and paint it whatever way you want. You know, you can try and look at it from a different angle. Evil is evil, and that man is evil.
There are statistics out there right now, right? Because you mentioned video games. Because bitch made 45 mentioned video games as well. As in, oh, we got to get these away from the kids. Guess what? South Korea is the #1 country, right, in violent games. Guess how many mass shooters they done had? 0. Fan, take responsibility, you fucking coward. You fucking coward. Because, bro, that's all that you are at the end of the day. That's why you will never go down to the south of the border. That's why you made up lies. I'm putting this on your doorsteps, fam. These bodies are on your doorstep. Because when you're sitting there in the rallies, right, and you hear somebody scream, shoot them! When you're like, what are we going to do with all these immigrants? And somebody says, shoot them. This legitimately happened in his rally. And he sits there and he laughs. Right?
See about that. This has been the one thing that pissed me off the most throughout his whole campaign. You know, everyone supports Trump. You know, I got a wide variety of friends. A lot of them say he's not telling these people to do this. He's not doing that. But what he's not coming out specifically saying it. But what he is doing is he's giving them someone to look up to. He's giving them someone to say, we can come out. We can do this. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're telling people to do one thing, if you're telling a group of people to go left, but they say, oh, no, we're going to go right, and Mike signs his name, aren't you going to say, yo, chill, I want y'all to go left. Don't go right.
100%.
Pull back. He has not once come out in any of his rallies, anything saying, y'all need to stop this. Let that person protest. They can say whatever they want, not kick them out, not go get after them. He never once tried to stop these people. And if you dig deeper into this mass shooting, what did the shooter say? The shooter said he did this because of an invasion of the Mexicans. Go look at Trump's old tweets.
You don't have to look at his old tweets. Look at his language.
He uses the word invasion
100%
all the time. If you don't see a direct correlation between the two, then you are absolutely fooling yourself and you're living blindly.
He's not presidential.
Fuck that. It's not about being presidential. It's not about none of that. What it's about is about being a human being, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're going to look and you're going to sit there and you're going to be like, oh, I am not more superior than somebody else, then you're going to sit there and you're going to find common ground with that person no matter what. There's a reason why every single time I walk, no matter where, if I see a homeless person, if I see the richest person in the world, I tell them, I greet them the same exact way. If it's a female, how you doing, ma'am? If it's a dude, how you doing, sir? Right? At the end of the day, but this dude, man, I'm gonna switch this up real quick because Q, I need you to come in on this too. If anybody ever wondered why we stand so hard for Colin Kaepernick, this is the reason why. Q, you shaking your head?
Yes, sir.
Fam.
Yes, sir.
So let me get this straight.
Yes, sir.
Right? We got kids out here dying by the police. We got men out here dying by the police. We got all these people out here dying by the police, but this fuckhead is still alive? Bro, somebody explain that shit to me because I don't fucking get it. Somebody. Go ahead.
Not even so much that he's alive, but like it just goes to show the togetherness that Colin Kaepernick's trying to bring and the divide that some of these other people that get this mass support, you know, try and bring about. Like Trump has done nothing but try and divide people since he's become in the office. Since before he was in office.
That's what this country does best. Like you can take something, and I had mentioned this the other day a while ago. You can take something as so glorious as our women's soccer team winning the whole World Cup. We are the best team in soccer. Can't no one say anything to us about women's soccer, right? But instead of everyone coming together as a nation saying, we won, let's brag about this for the next year or however long till the next World Cup comes. No, we want to argue about the captain saying what she said about Trump, about her saying we should be paid just as much as the men. No, we want to go pick at topics that are structurally put together to separate us.
Right.
Same thing with this shooting. Instead of saying, yo, this guy is a coward, he is a punk, X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 all that. No, they want to paint it as race.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things to divide us. They don't want us to see us come together. Same thing with Kaepernick. Kaepernick was bringing people together. And then they went so far as to say he's disrespecting the flag and the country. Didn't Tim Tebow used to kneel?
Has nothing to even do with that, because he started kneeling because of somebody who was in the military, right? An ex-military person had a conversation with Cap, and he was the one that told him, bro, you should take a knee. Instead of sitting down, take a knee. That came from somebody that was in the military. Oh, okay, but because he's standing up for black people's rights, because he's standing up for minorities as a whole, because he's out here giving us information on how to conduct ourselves, because see, we had to conduct ourselves differently than y'all when we were around the police. And this is just a fact. And this is just something that I've lived firsthand, 1,000,000%. And y'all want to get mad because he's taking a knee during the national anthem in homage and in respect to the military. See, that's the problem. Y'all don't understand the message. The message is real simple. This country is filled with injustice. Period. End of discussion. And until there's something done about it, not something small, this is something grand here, we're going to remain divided. We're going to, and guess what? We are going to get conquered. 100%. Not us as in, the minorities. No. We are going to get conquered.
Which is why, like, all those people on there that are like, oh, like, if you support Trump, just unfollow me, just block me, or like vice versa. Like, I don't get why people think that that's going to make anything better. Like, educate your fellow American, regardless if they want to be educated or not. And this is what I was going back to last week when I was talking about compromise. Not everybody has it in them. You feel me?
Right.
They don't. If they did, the world wouldn't be where it's at. But it's our job, the people that have the mindset, the real leaders out there, not the sheeple, you feel me? The real leaders out there, to go out there and make that change. That's why you'll never see me, you feel me, unfollow or stop messing with somebody because of their views, unless their views are literally them going out there and being prejudiced or hurtful towards another person.
Right.
Now, if you're being prejudiced, you're being hurtful towards another person, then we don't have nothing to talk about, But
sure.
At the end of the day, you're allowed to have your own opinion. You're allowed to make up your own mind. And your opinion being different than mine is good. We're not all the same people.
Absolutely.
And if we can't learn to coexist in a world full of different people, to be able to look to the person next to you and be like, you're different than me, but I still love and respect you, we're never going to make it anywhere.
But here's the problem. We live in a world of a bunch of people with that ASAP Rocky kind of mindset. You know what that is? I'm gonna call it the ASAP Rocky mindset.
I know where you're going.
Simply because if something doesn't affect somebody or pertain to them directly, they don't care until it happens. ASAP Rocky, when all the mass shootings were, when all the young black kids were getting killed and whatnot, you know what he had the nerve to come out and say in the media? Basically, and I may be off a little bit in the words, but he essentially said, yeah, I'm black, I get that, but I live in Beverly Hills.
Yep.
It's not affecting me. My heart goes out to them, but, and I quote, I can't relate.
Yep.
Until his punk ass got arrested for being I'm not even going to use that word, but for being an idiot in a foreign country, putting hands on somebody, that is assault. You physically assaulted somebody. You go to jail for that.
Yeah.
Anywhere else. As soon as he gets put in jail, I need the black community back home to support me. I'm being held unjustly. Yeah. I'm being detained improperly. I don't have a bed. I don't have this, that, and the third. That's why when all that happened, I was like, oh, ASAP? I can't relate. I ain't never been to Sweden.
Facts.
I can't relate. I ain't never been to jail.
Jail is like, sorry, homie.
But that's how this world is. And you know what? I've even caught myself sometimes getting into that. It's like, yo, this world is jacked up. But we need to find some people to make changes. But first, I got to look after me and mine.
Yeah.
I got to look after I got to look after my girl. I got to look after my daughter. I got to look after my family. I got to make sure that they're okay first. They need to understand what kind of world we live in and how to properly navigate, how to properly move. Like, I get pulled over. Yeah, my pride hurts. But you know, half these cops are on a power trip. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, you were right. You were absolutely right. Yep. You know, that colorful tree for the car sign is messing up my vision. I can't see. Give me 3 tickets for that. Yes, sir.
See, Sean, and that's where you and me differ. Because while I completely understand where you're coming from, listen, bro, at the end of the day, when you get a knock on your window and you in Cherry Hill, right? And the first question you get asked is not license, it's not registration, it's not proof of insurance, it's not none of that. What's his first question? Y'all boys coming from Camden? Fam, what? Just because me, a Hispanic dude, in a Honda Accord is driving with a black dude because we're both coming back from work and I'm carpooling.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So just because it's us, we got to be coming from Camden.
Yeah.
And then initially, bam, do you guys have anything illegal in the car? Sir, can you at least ask my fucking license, registration, and proof of insurance first?
Now look. See, that's the thing. That's also why I love growing up playing sports. Because they say you get taught life lessons in football. You feel me? If I'm on the field and someone hits me and I hit them back, I'm getting suspended. I can't let my pride or my adrenaline take over because I got to see the bigger picture. So when that cop pulls you over and he's doing all that stuff, saying all that to you, you're caught up in the moment. You're not looking at the bigger picture. Oh, this mug might arrest me. I may not go home tonight.
Fuck that.
Are you boys coming from Camden? No, sir, we're not. We were just driving. Let me tell you the first sign that you know you're getting racially profiled in a car. What does a cop do? License, registration. Then what do they say? Do you know why I pulled you over? If they don't tell you why they pulled you over, then that is some bullshit. I've gotten pulled over multiple times. I'm a very fast driver. Only a couple times that they said you were speeding. I even had it so bad. One cop told me I didn't have a license plate on the on the front of my car. That's why he pulled me over. I get home, I look around to the front of the car. There was a license plate on it. I'm like, so he pulled me over for no reason, just for being black. Dead serious. But it wasn't until he saw I had my Philly Soul ring on that everything was all cool. And he's going to go back to his station and say, oh yeah, you know, I pulled over a soul player, blah, 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 blah. Then it was cool because I played football.
And I don't even mean to interject, but you went with the whole, he might not make it home because he might get locked up. He might not make it home because they might pull that gun out and end his life right there.
That's a fact. In today's day and age, that is the reality.
And that's why more than anything else, like, because I'm kind of in between the both of y'all. I'm not going to tell you that I'm the most respectful citizen ever. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, I'm not going to provoke this man with this power to feel as though that whether he feels as though he's threatened, whether he feels as though, you know what I mean, that I'm just a nuisance and he wants to take me out. I'm too important to this world to let some motherfucker like that dictate my fate.
Exactly.
I got to be smarter than that. And not only do I got to be smarter than that, but I got to make sure that the people that I'm around are being smarter than that.
Yo, exactly. Because everyone you keep around you and everyone that I keep around me, they know I have. Well, it's only been a year now, but I have a kid to get home to.
Right.
You feel me?
Indeed.
I'm not gonna jeopardize that all because some punk cop is on a power trip. He must racially profile me. You know what? Fine. Put my pride aside. Like I said, yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Give me my ticket. Here's my information. Both hands on the steering wheel. Let's go about our day. I'm wrong. You're right. Let me get back home to my baby and let me pay this bullshit ticket.
And I think what's the most unfortunate is it's almost like police officers become their own like race in a sense. You know what I mean? Because people are so prejudiced against them. Like, you know what I mean? I know I hold prejudice in my heart against police officers because of the events of my life, similar to y'all. But at the same time, I know that there are good cops out there. You know?
Absolutely. I have a lot of friends that are cops, black and white.
I have friends that are police officers that I'm sure that are out there doing the right thing. And it hurts that they have to be grouped in with the rest of these people, very similar to like what we're talking about when you got these racist people out there like, oh, all of these people are thugs, all of these people are this. I hate that generalization. So I always say it like, look, at the end of the day, I'm never going to disrespect somebody that don't disrespect me.
So real quick, so let's circle this back because we went a little bit off on a tangent, albeit a good tangent that needed to be had. But we do have to pay and show our respects to the people of El Paso, Texas.
Yes.
and to Dayton, Ohio, right? Because we know that the president said, what did he say, Tulane? Yeah, he said Tulane. He didn't say El Paso. He said Dayton. He didn't say Dayton. He said Tulane. He's a fucking idiot. But to circle back, because again, it got real political real quick. To those people out there that have been affected, know this: 100%, you are in our prayers. To those people that are fighting for their lives in the hospitals, right? Because they got hit one way or another. You are in our prayers. To those souls that are no longer with us, thank you for being with us. Thank you for the memories that you created to your loved ones. And hopefully we all be reunited at one point in time or another.
Beautifully said, brother.
You know what I'm saying? So, but definitely one last question. Let me ask y'all this, right? Because it definitely sounds like this is something that we all can agree on is racially charged, right? First and foremost, let's call the bull what he is. He's a terrorist, right? Just because he's not Muslim, just because he's not brown, doesn't mean he's not a terrorist. He did it to invoke fear. That is terrorism. So he is a terrorist, right? And I'm strictly talking about the dude from El Paso, Texas. What can we do? Is gun control the way? What is everybody's thoughts? I would love to hear you guys' thoughts because I have no idea. Sean, go ahead and kick it off, dog, because I saw your face.
I don't know. I can't even tell. I don't know about this one because you can swing that door both ways,
Yeah.
I used to be a big, just get rid of the guns, solve the problem. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. I get it. But if you remove the guns, we're kind of putting a dent in that problem, and the reason I'm a big advocate for that is because I put that on Facebook once. And I got into a kind of a little Facebook argument with this guy from Wisconsin. He was saying, well, it's my right to have a gun, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. And I asked him, I'm like, so why do you want to have the gun? Is it just because it says you can? You're like a little kid. You want something just because you can. But what is your purpose for that gun? No offense, but you live in Wisconsin. Do me a favor. Go to the streets of Camden. Go to the streets of Chicago where these kids and parents are dodging bullets every single day.
Yeah.
And ask them, do you still want guns? If you had to pick, do you want guns? Yes or no? What would you say? Every time you let your baby walk to school, he may get shot at 7 a.m.
Yep.
What would you say? But as opposed to half the people that want the gun still here, they're either Southerners or they're Midwesterners who live in the suburbs of those areas, and they don't live.
You'd be surprised how many live in Jersey.
Yeah, but not the gun-toting parts of Jersey, not the Newarks, not the Trentons, not the Camdens.
No, of course not. Yeah.
So, and I mean, maybe there's some people out there who do live in those hood parts and want their guns, but from what I'm seeing in my experience, everyone that I know that's saying we don't need to get rid of guns are just people who live in safe areas who say they want guns just because they're allowed to. They don't even use it. They just say, oh, just because. Okay, well, I can carry around 20 condoms all day and never use it. People say it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Yes, I get it. But if we don't have these guns, I don't have to worry about my daughter going to school because I want to send her to school in private school. I want to send her to the school in the suburbs. I want to send her to a safe school, but it's looking like these public schools and private schools in the suburbs aren't even safe anymore. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the hoods, they have metal detectors, but I know Spanish kids and black kids who went to public school who carry knives and guns every single day. There wasn't one school attack ever.
Facts.
They're all coming from the suburbs. Mm-hmm. They're all coming from the private schools. The troubled youth, the troubled kid. No, you want to see the troubled youth? Go look at the troubled youth who has to sell crack after school to support his family. That's a troubled youth, not someone who's having mommy and daddy issues because daddy couldn't keep his dick in his pants. That's not a troubled youth. You know what I mean? Yeah. But the media be quick to paint them like that. So I don't. But then again, at the same time, there does need to be some kind of defense to all this shit happening. So I'm kind of indifferent on that. Like I don't really know whether we need to keep them or get rid of them. I'm leaning towards get rid of them because I have a kid and I'm gonna be sending her to school in a couple years.
Yeah,
I'm actually thinking about homeschooling because that's the safest thing.
Indeed.
But at the same time, if a school shooter did pop off, I would want somebody to have something on them to be able to protect. So I'm kind of like, I don't know what that one.
Bullets.
Switzerland does that, right? The Swiss do it where you can have anybody can have a gun, anybody can have any gun that they want, but ain't no bullets out there. Like only a set few people actually really have bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, they'll still find a way. I'm not going to, because please tell me, if you live in Camden, probably one of the poorest cities in the country, Please tell me where you have the resources to find an AK-47 or an assault rifle, military grade assault rifle. Where are they getting these guns from?
We know where they're getting them from.
Oh yeah, we all do, but we don't need to go down that hole. But like I said, regardless, whether they got rid of bullets, whether they got rid of guns, they'll still find a way to do that stuff.
Q, what you think, man?
Oh, you know me. Social injustices are like my thing. So I actually have ranted about this a couple of times, and I think that pretty much all of the issues in our country start and end with education. I think it starts with people not raising their kids the right way, you know, and that's true. So what I'm gonna say, like, you know what I mean? All right, so
go ahead.
Education, you know, in lower income areas, obviously isn't the same education that you get in the higher income areas.
Okay.
So this is like a dual topic. So first, I'm going to the education half of it.
Right.
So because of the fact that the kids in these lower resource areas aren't getting the same opportunities to succeed as kids in these well-to-do areas, they have to go about their lives in a different manner. The means to become a successful person coming out of, you know, places that we've come out of, you know, it's a little bit different. You know, you have a little bit of different ideals. You know, when your mom has to work 2 jobs, you know, you got 3 sisters, you know, you don't have a dad, and it's like you're the only one there to take care of them. You know, and it's like, yeah, your mom's money is enough to put food on the table, and it's enough to make sure, you know, that the rent is paid and then the lights stay on. But after that, then what? You know,
but
you want to give to. I don't mean to just cut you off, but like I just got, you know, what I mean?
Finish up, yeah.
So like, if you don't have any means to support your family, right, you're essentially growing up in a jungle. How are you going to act? With animalistic tendencies. Okay? Because I would never come out of my mouth and call another human being an animal. You know? But you will have animalistic tendencies if you've grown up in the jungle. You went, like you were saying earlier, you have to go through different things when you are brought up the way that we're brought up, you know what I mean,
right,
than over there. Now, vice versa. Let's flip it. Now, let's talk about the raising the kids aspect of this whole thing. You got well-off-to-do mommy, well-off-to-do daddy that are making so much money that they're working all day long, you know, they're not really with their kid, you know. Kids going to school and getting bullied, but parents don't even know. You know, because he's afraid to go home and tell them, you know, and he's all well-to-do. He's sheltered off in his room. You know, he can make his life in his room and stuff like that. Whole time, you don't even know your kid's mental health is just slowly but surely falling down the drain because you're shoving money in his face as a way to raise your child, when in reality, everybody needs a mom and everybody needs a dad, you know?
Yeah.
And when you don't have that, unfortunately, that's when people become this, I don't even know what the word I would describe them as, but like their mind works a little bit differently than the rest of us out here because they don't have that family, that love that every child, every individual needs. You see these people that go to prison and get thrown into solitary, what it does to them, you know? So when you that's essentially what you're doing to your kids when you're not raising them the right way. Or if you're raising them on some, fuck this group of people, fuck that group of people, you know what I mean? Your ideals become your children's ideals.
Sure.
But you see that goes both ways. Because how many broken homes are in the hood? How many kids in the hood don't have that family structure? How many kids are in foster care? How many kids get put through the system? Now, I'm not saying the hood is perfect, but last time I checked, kids in the hood or grown-ups in the hood don't just wake up in the morning and now before I say this, let me say any type of gang activity, any type of killing, anything is absolutely wrong, no matter what way you spin it. But none of them just wake up, say, oh, it's a Monday morning. It might be a good day to just go right around the hood shooting
exactly.
people. Every time they do something is for a reason. Yes, it is a bad reason. It is an uneducated reason, and it is dumb. But there is a reason. You can always stem back and say, well, if that never happened,
Someone
this
can
wouldn't
say
have
that
happened.
this asshole had a reason, though.
But what was his reason though? He had no reason. They'll make up a reason,
he wrote his manifesto.
See, I didn't even bother taking my time to read that bullshit. That's like going off and reading Hitler's book. I'm not gonna waste my time. Dipping into the mind of.
I feel it.
I'm not going to waste my time dipping into his BS. You know, I'm not. I'm not doing that.
Name, by the way, because I just let that slide, yo.
Yeah, I caught it. But like I said, I meant to say dipping. I'm not going to go picking his brain because clearly his brain is shot. No pun intended. Sorry, but his brain is obviously jacked up.
Yep.
Well, there's no pun because his brain isn't shot because he was white. So. Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, man, I don't want to keep on harping the same thing. Like, for me, I'll be honest with y'all, I don't think that they need to get rid of all guns, but, you know, definitely, obviously, the assault rifles need to go. Number one. Number two, just real quick.
He had 100-round drum clip.
You know,
100-round drum clip. Where do you even get that? Bro. Why is that accessible?
And the crazy part about it is that the last couple of shootings, all of their ammo and their guns have been bought 100% legally. So it's a system that's fucked up, and it's funny because like I said, I just need to touch on a couple of quick things. Number one, they already discussed the violence in the video games. Fuck y'all, that's bullshit. Number two, I heard DT also mention the internet and how it's a bad place and all that. Don't try to regulate our internet before you try to regulate our guns, because our internet is the way that we all eat, right? Our internet is our gateway. That is our new America, right? Like the 1900s. So violence on video games, internet, they're trying to blame every single thing other than the actual cause, which is, how about he's not able to fucking buy, what did you say? How many drums?
100-round drum.
100-round drum. Right? Have an assault rifle, like if he's fucking in Afghanistan, you're in El Paso, Texas. Sit your ass down. And honestly, like, make it so that way, hell, let's create more jobs. At the end of the day, what happened when 9/11 happened? The terrorist attack happened, right? What happened? They created more jobs. They made a lot more strenuous things, right? So then, cool.
Now you're going to go into the factuals. You know, to be honest, that's the reason that a lot of the wars and the stuff that does pops off. That's the number one thing that America is good at, is making weapons and killing people. Well, I'm sorry. I mean, it's the truth, though.
Well, beat it. Find something else, because, like I said, and again, not saying you can't have guns, but just like there has to be license for hunting. Yo, every single time you renew your license for hunting, you gotta bring your weapon, and it has to be registered. Like, make it strenuous. I'm not trying to take away the guns from the hunters. I get it. That's y'all sport. That ain't me. It's y'all though, and I'm cool with it, right? But regulate it to the point where it's like you have a stranglehold on it, because it's not a fucking toy. Going back to what Sean was saying, and that's the problem. A lot of these people look at it as a fucking toy, because a lot of people don't value human life the way it should be valued. Going back to what we were talking about, right? With the asshole that's in the Oval Office right now. He doesn't value life. So
No, he values life, but he values a particular life.
There you go, a particular life. But that's what I'm saying. But he doesn't value life. I mean, in general.
I can't speculate and say what life it is, because I don't know Trump like that.
Yeah.
But he values a particular life over another.
All right, y'all. So
this is the last thing I want to say before we move on.
Yeah.
Like I said again, I feel like it all starts and it ends with education. You got to raise these kids up the right way, you know, and you can't just keep continuing to generalize our kids and teach them all the same way. You have to find out what's going to work right for every kid and make sure that they're getting equal and ample opportunity to succeed in life. Because if you are, there's no reason why a kid's number one objective in life should turn out to be, let me drive 9 hours away to go murder some people.
Ultimately, I completely agree with you, because education, hands down, is the key.
So now that we're moving on, I got a couple of shout outs that I want to make real quick.
Hold up, real quick, because we're going to move on. So real quick, first and foremost, once again, everybody's in our prayers. Everybody's families, friends, loved ones that's in our prayers. Those that have passed, obviously, make it safe to your next destination. Those that are still here, you guys are in our prayers. And before we go into anything, just to completely lighten up the mood, I'm gonna put on this song real quick. All right. This might be the song. This might be the song that lightens up the mood for us at all times. I hope y'all ready. We vibing.
Oh my God.
Cosmos without hatred, diamond stars of cosmic light, quasars shine through endless nights, and everything is one in the beauty. And now we say goodbye, moon man. You say goodbye, moon man. Goodbye, moon man. Goodbye, moon man. Oh, goodbye.
Listen to this.
Shut the fuck up about Moon Men!
Oh my God.
He's the GOAT.
That lightened the mood.
He's the GOAT.
Oh.
Rick and Morty, man.
I cannot wait until this new season comes out. I'm gonna say it again. I cannot wait until this new season comes out.
So yo, check this out. When he said he was coming today,
Yeah.
right? Because the only thing that keeps on replaying in my mind is that jerk off conversation that we had. You know what I'm saying? Where Sean ended it with the, can we just go back to talking about Rick and Morty? And I just got done watching this episode with the kids, and I was like, that's the song that's gonna put us back on track.
We can always go back to talking about Rick and Morty.
Always.
All fucking
Always.
ways.
Oh man, so cute, man. What's up, brother? What's up with these shout outs that you wanted to put out
I had
there?
a couple of shout outs that I wanted to throw out there. You know what I mean? The other day, you know, I like to go out. You know what I mean? I be out with my peoples out and about and doing
He's
things.
Mr. Mixie Boy over here.
So, anyways,
Pixie boy.
I'm
That sounds
talking
like a
to my
bad gay
mans the
club to
other
go
night.
to.
You know,
You be hanging at the Mixie boy?
He be mixing it up.
I'm gonna need you to pause all of that over there. Thank you very much, sir. So,
Whatever.
we're gonna continue to move on with my story because
Please
it's a whole
do.
lot better than anything you got going over here, little
Please
joke
do.
wise.
I'm intrigued.
So, my man's who's an every week listener, you know, he's talking about episode 5.
What's your man's name?
I'm gonna get to it because I really want to set it up.
Word.
Episode 5's that work. You know, y'all are so funny. Episode 6, y'all came out there talking about football, man. I need y'all to come back talk about that comic stuff. You know, I love when y'all talking about that comic stuff. But kill and be real. Yo, shout out everybody else, bro. Where my shout out, bro? I'm like, damn.
That's a fact.
I'm like, bro.
Hold
to
on,
be
hold on.
honest,
Side note.
I was like,
He said episode 5 was popping.
Episode 5 was popping.
Who made his premiere on episode 5?
some guy.
Rick and Morty.
Oh, all right.
Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty made it.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
What you
Go
mean?
ahead.
Some boy.
Forget that, but go ahead.
I think he made like a Pro Bowl selection for like what's that league? The Arena Football League? Is that what that league is called?
You know what? This is what we're gonna do.
the Arena Football League.
I think he made a Pro Bowl selection in the Arena Football League.
It was.
So-
I mean, I don't know the guy personally, but I think it was something like second team All Arena or something like that. Or he might be going to his third Arena Bowl in his third season. You know,
You heard it here first, folks. We got a decorated Olympian over here
my God. He
sitting
went to an
across from
Olympian.
us.
Jesus
a decorated arena in, or however you would say that.
The arena behind the arena.
Oh,
There it is.
man.
There
I
it
got
is.
I gotta shout out my man Jermaine English for coming out here every week, holding it down, listening to us, and shout out to everybody else who comes out here every week, shows love, shows support. You know,
Facts.
I'm not gonna shout out and run down the list, but we have these conversations, whether it be through text, whether it be through y'all seeing me, and just know we love and appreciate everything that y'all do for us.
JoJo,
You know?
just know I got you, my G. I shot at you. I see Q didn't, but I did. I'm gonna just throw that
So
out
you
there.
feel me? I had to shout my
What's your
man's
man's
out
name
real
now?
quick. Jermaine, you feel me?
Jermaine what?
English.
Jermaine English. Shout outs to you.
Shout
cuz, for
out
real.
to you. Appreciate you coming out here and listening every week, you know. And when we do our first live event, hopefully those same guys come out there and show that same love and support.
You messing up on the soundboard. As soon as he shouted my man's out, he should have got a battle horn for that
Bro,
one.
I'm trying. That's what I was trying to get for real. Definitely messed up though.
DJ.
Shut the fuck
Fucked
up.
up.
You know what?
In the building.
Fuck all y'all. All right, goddamn it.
There
So,
you go. I got you, man. I got your battle horn.
y'all ever have Indian food?
Yes. Talk about it though. Go ahead, Q. Go ahead. So, have you ever had Indian food?
I've had Indian food, and that,
Yo, all
that's
right.
the.
Go ahead, let me hear. I want to hear.
That's
Hold on. You want to hear thoughts? All right, dang, cuz.
That thing runs through me faster. Boy,
And
That
it's
food
bad
faster
too
than
because
in and out, in and out.
In and out.
obviously, like
You
I
can't
know,
pay the bill before you got to run some.
obviously, I know, but damn, that be the like it's a trap from females, bro. Because obviously, I'm going to assume I know you and I know me. I'm going to assume that the only reason why you had Indian food was because a female suggested it.
No, I actually wanted to try it.
Oh, you're this fucking guy. Who
I
is
like
this
food.
guy?
Is that
Oh my
it?
God.
You know that be
Yeah, who is this guy that likes food?
There's two people in the world, bro. Two types of people. Motherfuckers that go out everywhere and eat chicken tenders and french fries. Or them motherfuckers that just be like, what's this? I'm going to pop it in my mouth and see if it tastes good. And obviously,
Sean definitely looks like a popping in the mouth kind of guy.
Thank you.
Y'all can stay in y'all little
Yummy.
boxes, but man, I'm be out here exploring stuff. And I don't just pick random stuff.
Hey.
I ask the server,
like
what's
the
your
box.
favorite? I tell the server to pick 2 things off the menu that they like best and then just surprise me with either or. That's how you try new things. Step outside your comfort zone. Stop sticking to the
motherfucker's-
rice and
that
beans
motherfucker's
and
taste
buds
and
is-
the
Man,
chicken
man,
fingers and
ignorant.
sliders, man.
Hold
Come
up.
on.
That was
I'm
ignorant as
Italian.
shit.
I got the Sunday dinner every weekend. I dated a Hispanic girl for 7 years, so you already know. that I
Salad
was
and
eat-
chicken
I was-
cutlet is not a meal every
He
week.
just said salad and chicken cutlet.
One.
Oh,
One.
fact. Oh my God. I fell asleep.
My mama said, my mama said, that she might be the best cook in New Jersey, and I'm gonna have to agree with that because she hasn't shown me anything that showed me otherwise. Mike done ate her food. She know how she get down in the kitchen,
I have, but you know I got to go down with Mama Coco.
and that's respect. Cause that's your grandma. You feel me? That's respect. Your
I'm
grandma,
just-
not grandma,
I'm
but
just
you feel me,
saying.
grandma.
I'm just saying, when
Right.
it comes to New
Yeah.
Jersey, don't nobody got better hands than Carlene Daniels. Y'all
Chill.
be sweet.
Because you know, as much as I love Miss Carlene Daniels, I mean, it's all about that Lin food. Let's be honest with the situation. Lin, what up? I love you, Lin, and I love your cooking.
put it like this: I've never seen someone come in the kitchen, take a whole slab of bacon, throw it on the fryer, cook it, and just be done. I was like, you know what? That's a good way to
She's
cook
the
bacon.
only woman I
I'm gonna
eat pork
try it.
for.
I threw the whole thing on, got the whole house sick.
She's the only woman
was
I eat
crazy.
pork for. Her food is amazing.
My mama make the best chicken and waffles that I ever had in my life, and she Italian. What's up? Come holla at me.
Have you ever been to
Yes,
Roscoe?
I have.
Have you
I've been
have you
there.
been to Roscoe's
I've been
Chicken
to
and Waffle?
Roscoe's
Yeah?
Chicken and Waffles.
Where at?
Down
Ooh.
south.
They ain't no. They might be out. No, just
Come on, dog.
All right, bro. I thought it was only out west.
Come
I don't
on.
know. All right, whatever. Waffle House.
Only a couple. I feel like, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Waffle House is a little overrated.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
You feel me?
It's
That's
a
just
name.
a
It's a
like,
brand.
oh shit, we stumbling out the club late as fuck. Let me go get some. Let me get some $3 breakfast real
Yeah,
quick.
that's a fact.
Cause I don't know y'all walked in there and seen a couple things crawling past y'all. I know I did.
All I'm gonna say is I can't relate. I've never
Can't
been to
relate.
Waffle House.
What the
Word.
what?
Never been to Waffle House.
That's crazy. The amount of traveling that you've done, you've never been to a Waffle House. Why
Never
not?
been to Waffle House. I don't know. Just it's always been a hey, look, Waffle House.
That's it.
It's always been. It's
Yo,
never been.
yo,
It's
Sean
never
is
been.
the-
Hey,
you know-
let's go inside and eat.
This is why I love Sean
I'm
more
not-
than anything. He is like the complete opposite. He's like, oh, y'all think I'm gonna do this? Nah, I'm curve left.
I mean, like, I understand.
I'm dipping down. Like,
I understand it's good and all, but then at the same time, it's like, oh, who gets excited for waffles? Like, I'm sorry, I
You
don't.
get excited for waffles.
Last time I got
Waffles are
excited for
fucking amazing.
last time I got excited for a waffle, I might have been
And in the
8.
morning,
And it was
I'm
like
making
those cinnamon-
waffles. What the fuck is
bro.
you talking
Yeah,
The
about?
last
Waffles are
waffle
amazing.
I got
Waffles
excited
is that
for
shit.
was the Eggo joint that was like the little 4 square. It was a cinnamon joint.
that shit was tough.
That's the last
That
one I
shit
got
was
excited
tough.
for.
Yeah, that
Other
So
shit
than
you
that,
telling
it'll be
me
like,
that
oh,
you
I'm
ain't
making
never
waffles.
run up
Okay.
in a joint and seen on the menu like, oh, they got these Belgian
Listen,
waffles ready to go.
Continental
They gonna
breakfast
throw
is
all the
amazing when it comes
toppings
to
on-
waffles.
No.
Like,
Yes,
brother,
sir. Yes,
like
sir.
waffles.
I love waffles,
smacks.
especially like the waffle sticks. Oh my god,
pancakes, French toast. If
Bruh.
it comes in that square,
that's what they call
circular
French toast. I said
fashion,
waffle sticks. Yo, I said
Waffle
waffle
sticks,
sticks.
wow.
And this is French toast. You know what I meant?
and this is me being a bad friend again, because I'm gonna just let you rock. I'm gonna just let you rock. I don't know what the
Suck,
fuck
bro.
a waffle stick is, but I'm gonna let you rock. Go ahead, eat your waffle sticks all night long, baby.
What
And
are they
I
called? What are they
don't-
called?
What?
What the waffle sticks? What are they called? You just said it.
French
French
toast.
toast.
All right, thank
French
you. Thank
toast.
you. All right,
Jeez,
cool.
wow.
But you said waffle sticks, bro. French toast is a whole square.
Yeah, I'm about to say, where
Same
you
shit.
get
Like, it's a piece of toast. That's why it's called
Oh,
French
you
French
think it's
toast.
the
toast
little
chopped up?
square, the little square joints where they like cut them like this,
Yeah.
like little line. Yeah, you know, like they come like
Yeah,
columns.
you dip
What you-
them. You dip them in
Yeah.
your syrup.
Are you a child?
Are you
My
6?
nigga, you ain't never have waffle sticks?
Yeah, you're right. When I was 5, like I eat my food with silverware.
hold on,
now.
That's
hold on,
just
hold on.
smack. All right,
I
even
can
back
cut- I
then.
can cut my
even as a
waffles.
kid and adult, man.
Waffle sticks are
listen,
okay,
listen,
but-
bro. I'm single. All right, I eat things.
You're mentally gluttons. That's what
Yo,
you are.
we're not going there.
We're not gonna go there. I'm gonna let you rock.
Motherfucker's an asshole. Sean, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Cause look, he only like 175 pounds.
Soaking wet.
195.
That motherfucker fat as shit. He fat as shit, bro. I'm talking about like, bro, it don't matter where we are. It don't matter what we're doing. It don't matter what's going on, bro.
Yo, he's hungry.
Food is always at the bottom of his mind. Domino's is number 1 on his speed dial.
Well, that's because y'all just got excited about waffles. Like you're still 7.
Yeah, because I am. Deep down inside, I'm 100% a 7-year-old. That's why I say pause, and that's why I say, oh, it's like stupidest shit in the world.
No,
Yeah.
I feel you. I feel you.
100%.
But like waffles, though, like
Bro.
we over here talking about waffles.
So is waffles like that go-to
Talking about
food?
waffles.
No.
Like when you
pancakes. Pancakes.
I'm about to say like so not even like when you're out not even when you're out anywhere like and you can't think of what you want. What's your like go-to food? Like fuck it, I'm just gonna grab
burger,
this.
hands down. Oh my god, I'm getting a burger.
I feel like it's kind of hard to fuck up a burger.
Oh, medium well. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
fast. What's
Or
yours,
the
Sean?
medium done.
The go-to boneless wings. You can't fuck up boneless wings. You can't mess those up.
I cannot agree.
They're
I was
just-
about to say,
they're
yeah,
just-
I've
I
had
cannot
bad boneless
agree.
wings, bro.
boneless wings are flavored chicken nuggets. You can't mess that up.
See, but that's the thing.
Can't
Like
mess
if
that-
the
Have you ever been to
flavoring.
Buffalo Wild Wings? Because they fucking suck.
Once and never back.
See,
Once
look,
and never
see,
again.
look, I'm talking about they can't fuck it up.
That's
He's
a
talking
fact.
about I've been there one time. I'm never going
Never
back. It's
going
to
back.
keep it a full buck podcast.
I
Sean.
am. Now listen.
You're
I'm
not.
not saying
You're
they
not.
messed it up.
But you're not.
They didn't mess it up.
Because you just said
They
you're
didn't
never
mess
going
it up.
back to a place that makes Buffalo Wild Wings.
Listen, them wings, they were really good. They hit a different spot. Just not the spot I was used to. Remember that Indian food topic?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings. That's why I never went back. Never said they weren't good. I said they messed them up.
There you go. And you said you can't mess up wings. You just,
Like,
but
like-
you
No,
just said it. Yes. I'm not gonna let you backtrack there. Come on,
He's
man.
over here recanting his statements.
It's been a long
I ain't
day.
even
It's
say
been a
that.
long day.
What is you talking about? So for me, my food would probably have to be chicken tenders and French fries. I know that I
you
didn't want to,
serious?
bro. If
That's
there's
generic
if
as
I
shit.
can't think of anything, bro, full circle, bro. If I can't think of anything,
That's fucked up because that's
bro,
what he called you.
yeah.
Right? Didn't he say that?
What?
Chicken cutlets and French fries or something?
He called me chicken cutlets.
Yeah.
Chicken cutlets is different.
Chicken cutlet is way
Chicken
different, bro.
cutlets, because
I know it's
motherfuckers can
different.
make some
Relax.
bland ass chicken
Everybody
cutlets.
knows their food. Y'all know.
But
I
I'll
know
tell you
my
what's
food.
not different.
But
Chicken fingers and boneless wings, they're the same thing.
no, they not.
They're the same
No,
thing.
they are not.
One's bigger, one's smaller.
Exactly.
It's the same thing to me.
They made a little bit
If I took
different.
a chicken finger and I cut it in a certain way, you would never know the difference.
But
if
you
I
gotta
cut up
cut it.
boneless wings
But you
and I
gotta
cut up chicken
cut it,
fingers,
bro.
you would never know.
And you don't really get flavored chicken tenders like that. Like, you feel me? There's not just like
What do you-
seasonless, boneless wings.
What do you dip them in?
Huh?
What do you dip them in?
Ranch?
Oh, ranch
That's
or,
not
or honey
seasoning.
mustard or
That's not-
barbecue.
that's a
What can
condiment.
you get on bonus?
Hold on,
what
hold on.
can you
I
get
got
on
you,
boneless
I got
wings?
you, I got you.
Honey
This-
mustard,
no.
barbecue. Shit, you can put ranch
Listen.
on
Go ahead. This
Yeah.
is for your. This is for your lying ass. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
What do you dip them in?
These nuts.
Got him.
Oh my god!
You're
I'm
a child.
Such a fucking
You
idiot.
are the
100%.
youngest
Facts.
old nigga that I have
Facts.
ever met in my life.
By the way, I've been listening to some young dudes. By the way, you know what I'm saying?
What the fuck is going on?
Like YB and Cordero or something?
What is going on here?
You talking about like music wise?
Music wise, yeah.
Why-
So
YBN
who?
YBN's album was fucking heat.
That shit was crazy. That shit was,
Was
good.
fucking
YBN.
heat.
Which one was that? There's so many YBNs, YFNs,
Corday.
YWLs,
YBN
and
Corday.
CBCs. all
Did
them
you
crazy
hear
things.
when Cole dropped the KOD joint last year in response to the 1985 track he did, the old niggas
Yeah.
joint? Him. He just dropped that album. What was it? Last
week, yeah.
week and a half ago.
It was probably like Friday.
And to be honest, I ain't
What was
hear
his
a
name
song.
again? It was
YBN Corday. I ain't hear a
YBN.
song off that joint that I wasn't feeling. Like, I
They
felt like
all-
it was just a vibe.
I
To
only
be
heard,
honest,
I only gave it one spin so
Yeah.
far, but I'm gonna definitely have to keep on listening.
I'm definitely like.
I don't know.
Did you ever hear Mike Jack talk about how he listens to albums? Because after I listened to him talk about how
Who's
he,
Mike Jack.
the goat.
Oh, Michael Jackson. Whoa, you're bugging. My fault.
I'm bugging.
Mike Jack?
Okay.
I mean, Mike Jack was very vague. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like-
you were
like-
on your own with that one. I was wondering where you were
Yeah,
going
it
with
ain't, it
that.
ain't like you said Billie Jean or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like
Mike
So I had
Jack,
to
is that
say
like a
his
producer
full
or
name,
something?
like Michael Jackson, and you
Yeah.
you feel me? That's the only.
if you would have said Michael, you'd have been way better off with Mike Jack.
Anyways, I probably should apologize for the way that I enunciated the king's name. So I will here. I apologize to the Most High.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
anyways,
you sounded like Mike Jack,
now
like
that
Mike
you
Jack
want to
hit
cut
on
me
my
off,
face.
'cause like
You
you
know
didn't.
Like you went to Neverland, that's why you call him Mike Jack. No, that's
Wait,
my
wait a minute,
special
wait a
name for
minute.
him.
I'ma really
Mike
need you
Jack.
to pause all of that because your
Mike
name.
Jack. Mike Jack.
Time out. I have a question about this. I'm sorry to throw y'all off, but this is something that's been sitting on me for a little while.
Hey now.
Now listen,
The
you
bathroom's over
said
there.
you said Mike Jackson was the king, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that. A lot of people undisputed.
Oh my
you know,
God.
I get that.
Oh my God, here he goes.
We're going there.
But
Oh my
recently,
God.
Don't get me talking.
I've been put onto some things. It's got me questioning who the real king is
Oh
and
my
who can be grouped in that category with him.
Don't do this.
Okay.
I've been on a huge Queen kick lately for like the past like
Whoa,
3-4 months.
He went there. I wasn't expecting that
From a
one.
king to a queen.
This man,
Whoa.
Freddie Mercury,
Oh, he's different.
bruh,
Yeah.
he may have Mike beat.
He can't be
Oh.
the king.
He may have
if
Mike
he's
beat.
in a band.
He may have Mike beat.
Name
He
Bro.
can't be the
Bro.
king if he's in a band
He did a side
named Queen. Period.
He's the only
Point
person
blank,
in the world that can get away
period.
with it. Go watch him.
Yeah,
Go look him up.
You've had a lot of masculinity this episode thus far, bro. I just want to let
I'm
you.
a Freddie Mercury lover.
Whoa,
But
pause.
for you to come out
Whoa.
here and to say that he is comparable to the king of pop, you done lost your ever loving
But
mind.
to
gotta get
some
that
people,
head
Ever
test.
loving
to some
mind.
people, he is their Mike Jackson.
I would have accepted you coming out on this show and saying Prince.
of course.
I would have accepted you coming on this show and even saying like a John Lennon.
No,
but Freddie
no.
Mercury,
Now tell me this.
Can't say John
when did
Lennon.
he do? What was his solo?
I got you.
Thing,
Just hold
like,
on.
what was it?
Hold on. I'm not looking at it. I'm not saying he's the king. I'm saying he's up there. He's comparable. What defines Michael as the king to you?
The fact that he
Thriller.
was the most dominating force in music for 30 years.
So was Freddie and the Queen
No,
Thriller.
not for 30 years.
because he died. He
Brother
died
Michael.
in an untimely death.
At that same exact
60s, 70s, 80s.
at
That's
the-
30 years
at that
right there.
same
where
exact
Queen
time,
was on a rise.
I could name 5 bands that were just as big
if
as
not
Queen.
bigger. Rolling Stone.
You cannot
The
name
Who,
me
The
another
Doors,
artist.
Okay.
Pink
Okay.
Floyd.
Now let me get to the reason why I said Freddie's up
Zeppelin.
there. Because now you
Def
guys are
Leppard.
you guys are
Guns
taking
N'
it-
Roses.
Listen,
We can
listen,
keep, like-
listen to me. Y'all are taking it to the point where we're just judging it off of record sales and stardom and numbers.
Negative.
I'm talking
It's like
about
longevity.
overall showmanship, entertainment, the way he would grip a crowd, bro.
Right.
He is a way
What
better.
is not? No,
He
wait,
was
wait,
a-
wait. Stop,
he
stop,
was-
stop,
go
stop.
ahead.
Come on, bro. Let's not. Oh my God. Wait, you're saying
Michael.
you're just saying comparable. You're definitely not saying better than, correct?
I never said they're better. I said
Oh
comparable.
my
We're in the
God.
same
All right. See,
conversation.
I needed to stop him because we are talking
I
about
said
the
the same
ultimate
conversation
showmanship
with
here.
King of Pop.
We're talking about literally like his shows were spectacular.
Yes, I get that. But so was Freddie and them. The way he would grip a crowd and completely control them
What
to get
I'm-
them to do what he wanted.
what
He would
I'm
step on
saying-
stage and improvise vocals,
You're-
and the crowd would spit it back. Queen is known
And
for
that
possibly
is
the
lit.
greatest live performance ever shown.
And
The
that
way
is-
they ran through that Live Aid performance
And that is
was
lit.
ridiculous.
But they are a group. They're a group.
Which makes it
Queen
that
is-
much better.
But I'm
Makes
saying,
it that
how
much
can
better.
you single out Freddie Mercury when they're a group?
The same,
Because
the
he's
same way
called-
we
you
single
feel
out.
me?
Hold up, the same way we single out Michael Jackson.
When he was
knowing
the
that,
Jackson Five.
No, not even just that. Knowing that Quincy was writing, knowing that he had like so. It takes it's a group effort to make a record.
Now listen.
So I can't
But
sit
to
there-
give, see, but no, because at the same time, all the pieces in that group, and I can't go to you and name every single member of Queen, but you're telling me that the guy on the drums, the guy that's over here playing the guitar, that they didn't play is equal as important to a part as them being successful as Freddie Mercury did?
They did.
So
but
then,
that's why it's so much better to compare that because it's not easy being an artist, period. But it's a little bit easier being a solo artist. That's why they go solo. Do you know how hard it is to be in a band, show up every day, and be on point to play
Team.
your instruments? You know
Teamwork.
what I mean? Freddie can be doing his thing, but if the drummer's off, the whole show is terrible. If the guitarist is off, the show is terrible. All Mike had to do was sing on cue and dance.
So
Now, I'm not saying it was easy. I'm not saying he's
that's
better
all
than
he-
Mike.
that's
all
I'm
he
not
had
saying.
to do. Hold up,
But
Yeah,
can
that
you
was
imagine singing, dancing, all of that, while also relying on other people to do their job? Y'all got to be on point to be a band. And for how long they did it, that's why I said he is almost That's why he's kind of
I
comparable.
get it. No. See, all right. So there we go. That's the key word is comparable. So the reason why I kind of have an understanding of where you're getting at now is because you remember when I was saying who's the modern day Michael Jackson, and I was saying Bruno Mars, right?
Yeah.
Because like his showmanship and everything else, his show, the hit records.
Modern day Michael Jackson just dropped an album last week, and it's streaming number one on
Beyonce did?
It's streaming number one on Apple Music right now, and it's a bunch of songs that already got released.
Oh, because of the Lion King one.
Oh,
you're right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead. Keep coming at that boy. Keep disrespecting that boy. Like he didn't just make an album.
We're gonna come right back to this.
Please.
Jimmy, you had something that you wanted to say.
Back to his point with that, like if I had a choice, this is a two-part thing. Like if I had a choice to go see one of the shows, if it was like Mike's tickets or Queen's tickets on sale, I'm 100% buying Mike. However, I think I would have more fun at a Queen concert.
Okay.
Now, would you buy Mike simply because of the experience or the name,
No,
or would you buy, or because you think that's a better entertainer?
I think it's better to see. If I had to pick one show and be able to say I saw it, I'd love to see Mike. I have seen Mike. I have not seen Queen. But I would rather go to a Queen show in the 70s, and why everybody was so excited with it made it better to watch.
And the reason why I said he's up there with Mike is because you got to think about what he did in his time. Mike was phenomenal at singing, dancing, being a solo act.
Right.
But there were so many other solo acts out there. So when you go see a Michael Jackson show, yeah, there needs to be acrobats and crazy like this to make him stand out more because there's so many people doing that solo gig.
Right.
For Queen in a band, bands will usually just get up there, play, maybe dance around like this. Elton John on the piano, tapping, singing.
Right.
When Queen got on stage, Freddie nonstop, back and forth, dancing. I mean, the man had like the microphone stand, and he's dancing with the microphone stand.
Oh, yeah,
he's
that
going to
cocaine
the
was
crowd.
amazing.
He's going to the crowd. He's
That cocaine
Yes,
Freddie was on.
everybody
Was
eating out of the
it
palm of their
doesn't
hands.
matter. They did something that people weren't used to seeing bands do, and that's why I think they were so great for their time and for what they did.
Listen, bro.
That's why I said he's comparable.
That's why, like I said, I do understand and see where you're coming from, but I got because we just got the 5-minute warning from Dev, right?
This nigga was watching Bohemian Rhapsody last night.
Yes, he was, right?
He had
Yes,
to
was.
have been. He had to have been.
Is this the real?
Right,
life?
because I know you want to talk about this. You know what I mean? My man's dropping this album, and we will. But what I have to say about that, and while I do get where you're coming from,
Oh, look at Q taking control.
what
Way to take control.
what I gotta get off my chest is what I said again. Like there were other bands that you can compare to Queen. There's not anybody else. Period.
The only way you can compare
Mike.
them bands to Queen.
Period.
But here's the thing, the only thing you're comparing those bands to Queen with
His numbers.
are numbers.
And
You're not
fan
talking
base.
about. You're not.
He's talking about performance. He's talking
talking
about
about
the
performance,
showmanship.
the
you're-
show,
but you're-
the music.
so you're telling
they
me-
have the best composed song ever.
So you're telling me that
Ever to
going
be
to going to a Guns N' Roses show that they weren't going out there and they weren't just entertaining the shit out of you. I feel like it all depends. Like that all has to do with fan base as well. Like if you got guys that are just trying to go in there and get in that mosh pit and just bang their heads.
See, no, but
me this.
You know what I mean?
This is
Like,
what he's
me
saying.
this.
Hold on.
How much
I got
Guns
you.
N'
I got
Roses
you.
came
they
after
need?
Queen.
I got you.
You're right.
Hold on. I got you.
Queen pioneered all the flamboyantness you see on stage from rockers in the 70s. They pioneered the front man being so animated and alive and,
Yeah.
and,
Not even
and
just
guitars
that.
being crazy.
Not even
You
just
still see
that.
it.
Not even just that. Right. This is the huge difference. Anybody, doesn't matter what your number one genre of music is, if Michael Jackson is putting on a show, you're gonna go and watch.
100.
Absolutely.
Comparably, one can be said the same thing about Queen over a Led Zeppelin or over a Guns N' Roses, right? Because hip hop. Hold on. Let's talk.
ahead.
Let's just talk hip hop in general, right? In hip hop, Queen has been sampled hell of an amount of time,
Right.
Because again, if somebody says right now, yeah, we're gonna put on a Queen concert, guess what? Man, motherfuckers from all over the place. It doesn't matter creed or nothing like that is gonna flock to go see it.
And you could say the same thing about
They
the
were-
Beatles, and you can say the same thing about the Rolling
Listen,
Stones, and
listen.
that's what my argument is
I
going to
disagree with
continue
that.
to be.
The
so you're telling
Beatles.
me that the
What
Rolling
did-
Stones and the Beatles haven't been
What
sampled
did-
just as
yeah,
much
they
in
have.
hip hop as
But here's
as
the
Queen
difference
has?
between the
Come on.
Beatles and Queen. What did the Beatles do? Just stood up there, played their music, maybe
Right.
bobbed back and forth.
Right.
Queen was out there being live animated.
But don't
They
act
were-
like. But
Queen
you're not
was
gonna.
just
But
in
you're not just going to
Philadelphia.
sit here and talk about like they weren't pioneers of their own sorts, because they were. They were.
They were.
What
But Queen
other
took something.
What other band was doing what the Beatles were doing before the Beatles were doing it?
No, the Beatles completely like
But
broke
Queen did
everything.
They did.
You know what
but
I'm saying?
Queen didn't
But
They
again,
went their own route. They didn't try to be like the Beatles.
You're talking numbers. He's talking performance.
Performance,
And that's
creativity.
different.
And what I'm saying is that performance is dictated to your crowd.
But I have a question.
But who's going to have the more diverse crowd? And that's why. And I think that's where his
I
argument.
will agree with that.
That's
The
what I'm
mega
saying.
crowd-
So that's what I'm saying.
crowd
And,
will be
that's why
more
he's talking about
diverse.
the comparability to Mike Jack.
Right.
Because Queen would have just as equally as a diverse crowd as Michael Jackson would.
Okay.
That's what I'm
You know what I
saying.
mean?
So up there as a creative artist and as a showman,
I understand what
he's
coming
up there. Did you actually know? Fun fact: they actually were in the booth together, or in the studio. Freddie and Mike.
That's
But
tough.
Freddie couldn't keep up with Mike because he had, I think someone said it was a giraffe or a llama,
Yeah.
kept messing up the recording by making
Oh,
noise.
man.
So he called his manager and said, "Yo, get me out of here."
from. Yo, that's
Like,
hilarious.
that's crazy.
Jimmy, you had something you want to add real quick before we move
Bottom
on?
line
Cool.
is, did Mike Jackson ever make an opera album?
All right, relax. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
See, no.
A rock and
now
roll
you're-
album?
now you're-
Because that's when you jump,
now you're
right?
pushing
Because
it.
I had you. I'm riding with you, Sean. And then you gonna just come on, dog.
Don't add that.
Did Freddie Mercury ever fucking drop Thriller? All right, that's what the fuck I thought.
No, he made Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah,
Wrote
well,
it.
no, I'm sorry.
The greatest song ever
that
composed.
was a group
Ever
effort.
composed. No, it wasn't.
Mike
No, it
Jack
wasn't.
created Thriller.
Freddie pieced together everything.
We're not doing this right now. We're not. All right, stop. Like, because more than anything, like I got to talk about this boy's modern day Michael Jackson.
Drake is the fucking. Oh, he's the fucking. Ooh,
Whoa, pause.
he's the.
God damn.
Bro.
Stop.
If it's not for, if
Better
it
go get
wasn't
some
for
waffles.
Cole,
Facts.
if it wasn't for Cole,
Damn,
bro,
why you gotta wipe your mouth?
if it
too?
wasn't for
Whoa.
Cole, bro,
Jesus Christ, what is going on here?
his artistry is just different, bro. What other artist could come out right now, take a bunch of their singles that were never on any album,
This is a whole other show.
make it into an album, and have that album be the number one streamed album in the country?
Kendrick
What
Lamar.
other artists?
Kendrick
Probably
Lamar.
No, he
Beyonce
couldn't.
or
He
did.
No,
probably
no,
Beyonce.
the fuck he couldn't.
He did.
On my Unmastered, Untitled were tracks that were never released. Everybody
I'm
has
telling
heard
you.
these songs.
Beyonce. I'm telling you. Because she did it
With what?
with that Netflix documentary she did. The what was it called? The Homecoming joint. It was literally a live performance that everyone saw. And they broke Netflix with that shit.
What I'm saying is
Real modern day
Beyonce can
Michael
do it
Jackson
and has
right
done
there.
it.
she has to. I would have to see the singles on that John for me to believe it, because I really don't think that she could. I'm not even trying to come at her, bro.
You are. You're
Beyonce.
saying because it's Drake, like I can't. I
Beyonce
can't just,
is greatness, bro. But the amount of singles that this
Beehive
man has
is gonna
dropped
be
over
coming
the
for
year,
you, by the way.
amount of singles that this man has dropped over the year, bro, that are just like instant bangers, bro, that just never show up on anything, bro. The Club Paradise had its own tour, bro, and that joint was a single. That's it.
He did.
That
make
joint was a
diss track.
single, bro.
Didn't he win a Grammy with a diss track?
He did.
did.
Listen,
He's different, bro.
I'm not
He's
here
is,
to,
but
I'm not here to
you try
disrespect
you try
him.
to
Me
say
neither.
Kendrick,
But here's the
bro.
thing.
You
You
try to
asked
say
the
Kendrick.
question
Kendrick
and I
don't have the
answered it.
body of work,
Facts.
bro. He don't. He don't have a body of work to be able to drop a 16 album,
does.
16 song album of just singles that never made it nowhere, bro. Dreams money can buy, bro. Trust issues. You feel me? The motion. I can go off as 7, 8, 9 songs deep on that joint, and
But
everybody
here's
in
the
the room
thing.
knows
Here's
what
the
I'm
thing.
talking
You
about.
asked us a question and we answered it. You said who could do that, and we said,
And I just don't
Beyonce.
agree with you.
But why not though?
Name the singles that you feel me that weren't on an album. Name the singles that weren't on an album that could make it on an album that would end up being the number one streamed album in the country.
The Weeknd.
I don't think the weekend.
Oh, it got silent real
I don't think the
quick.
weekend
Get
could
in
do that.
there.
I had to think about his stuff.
He
But I don't know.
Now I'm about to say again.
but
Name
I
the
don't know
singles.
all of Beyonce's
name
singles
the
like that.
singles.
I stopped
You
listening
can't
to Beyonce
because
but I
what
know
they
she
do
has that
is
back.
she starts throwing out all her music. She throws out 2, 3 songs right before she drops her album. All 3 of those songs are going to be on the album, and then and those songs are the top 3 most played songs on the album.
Handle it,
Like
Sean.
what?
That's the,
Beyonce came out with a song of nothing but verbs.
Mm-hmm.
Spin it while my hands are up. Don't drop that alcohol. She repeats the same thing over and over again.
Right.
How long was that on the top of the charts? Who else can do that?
And it's a hot girl summer. That's cute and all, you feel me? And she's got her
But
beehive.
that song was
She's
years
got her
ago.
beehive.
Wow.
It doesn't
That song was
matter.
years
It
ago.
doesn't matter, bro. Look, if you're a man, you can understand what Drake's talking about. Not only when he's coming on his
That's why
emotional
you love
stuff,
him so much.
and not only and when he's coming on his hard stuff. If you're a female, you feel me? It's like, dang, like look at this. You feel me? Look at this man among men, a man among boys.
Q,
Feel me?
let's circle back, all right? Because that's why he's talking like this, right? Because at the end of the day, and Sean, I know that you weren't here last week, but I know that you listened to last week's podcast, so I'm just going to reiterate this, even though I know that you already listened. You know what I'm saying? But this dude right here, he is the most emotionless dude ever to walk the face of the earth. And that's why he loves Drake so much. Because Drake is the boy that sits there.
Drake got a song for everyone in your
But sit
mood,
there and
huh?
still be like, but I don't need you, bitch. But inside, he's in there crying, talking about some, but baby, you know that.
So we're not going
Kev
to
over here shaking
go
his head no because he know the same fucking thing.
into my whole emotional type shit because we just not finna take it there. But
It's a fact.
my man's Drake is out here doing things that just can't be done.
Maybe
That
still
just
on
haven't been done. He released a greatest hits album pretty much of songs that aren't his greatest hits.
So tell me this. Are you saying he's the greatest?
Oh my god!
So that's all I'm saying, bro.
Tell me this. Are you defining Drake as the greatest because he's doing things that
He's the
haven't been
greatest
done?
artist of our generation.
Okay.
Period.
So would you say Kim Kardashian is the
Period.
greatest at what she does? Because she's doing things that haven't been done. This girl released a book.
Yeah, Kim
Nothing-
K
nothing
is
but
a trendsetter.
She released a book of nothing but selfies. It was #1 bestseller. A book of straight selfies.
Right.
#1 bestseller. So if we're going off how you define Drake, are you saying
show
Kim is
me
the best?
what
is the GOAT?
reality TV was before the Kardashians?
Chill, bro. What? The real world? Road rules?
Bro,
What you mean?
The Gottis?
Hold up. Flavor of Love? Let's not
Right.
act like Flavor of
Easy,
Love was not
yeah, for
fire.
real.
and any of that was anywhere as close to as big and set the trend that
It
the Kardashians
created it. If it wasn't,
that was at work. That was at work.
We don't on that one. Just
Ray J.
that's a fact.
But the whole love and hip hop trend and all that shit, that's all because of the Kardashians. And don't try and tell me that it's not. And that's the most watched reality TV show that there is out there.
You know what? This is what we're going to end it on. It's all because of Ray J.
Ray J. He
Listen,
hit it first.
Shout out to
Ladies
Ray
and
J.
gentlemen,
first.
Shout out to the realest.
In facts, yo, this has been episode 7, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, we've given you some great perspective. Hopefully, I'm saying y'all laughed with us. Hopefully y'all cry with us and all the above. Just want to thank you for listening. Want to thank for everybody.